So, you know, Edgar being his opponent here, this isn't going to be as clear cut as a 1-2 or a top seed versus a non
He's going Jigs.
PR player. You know,
I don't like this because last time I saw Puff Scrub go Jigs against Edgar,
annihilated him.
He did annihilate. He 3-0'd him. He played it because normally when Puff Scrub goes Jigglypuff, he's counting on the opponent to get frustrated and he's counting on the edge guard. Absolutely. So if he can't confirm the edge guard, it's going to be really, really tough for him to get the game because he's playing very evasively. He's not pressuring as much as he probably should be. And Edgar is a player who has no problem waiting for you. He will outwait Puff Scrub.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like there was a...
he might... Was that a stage? The incorrect stage? Probably controller issue.
I think it may have come down to maybe them being on the wrong side. Like, I
wrong port?
Yeah, wrong port.
Yeah. All right.
And it looks like we're going to have the Palutena, and...
If he does go Jigs, all right, maybe, because it's been a long time since I've seen them play Jigs.
Maybe something's different.
Something might be different, because the last time I saw it was about a month and a half ago. That's a long time to be in the lab. That's a lot of hours you could be training.
Now, I guess we can attribute this to the fact that he actually did enter the tournament as Puff Scrub 805, I believe.
Yeah, normally he would just go as Waldo.
Yeah. But we're going to have the battle of the first names here with Edgar going Palutena and Waldo going Jigglypuff. And kind of like what we're talking about, you know, right here you can see Jigglypuff just eating these multi-hits and already at kill percent.
Already, and Edgar is going to be patient. He's not going to push his advantage to try. As I say that, goes for a very risky dash attack. But the last time I saw it, it was a very clean cut how he's playing.
Nice back air coming out from Edgar. Puff Scrub is going to be having to look for, I like these like aggressive fairs,
these are
rising fairs, because he's looking for, I think, a jab lock reset into a rest. Edgar's done a fantastic job of teching every one of them so far. So that has been taken off the table here for the most part. We're going to see what Waldo can do to really bring it back, and I think we're going to start seeing some back airs near the ledge.
That was a clean mix-up by Waldo there. Edgar catching him out with the grab there. He's trying to hunt down the stock. This is where it's very hard. You can win neutral against Jigglypuff, but to get that last hit to finish her off can be very difficult due to her amazing float.
Oh, that up air.
He's going to go for another one. He's going to wait. He knows that Waldo wants to be evasive.
Last hit in there. Look at Jigglypuff surviving at 129%.
Waldo is so... Catches him out. I believe that was the forward air. Just about to say, Waldo is so good at just barely whiffing your moves and then coming back in, especially off stage.
I like the option that Waldo tried to go. Oh, the
footstool! Let's
Edgar
go!
knows the matchup. All right.
Oh, I love that so much because I say it all the time. People
just footstool Jigglypuff.
Just footstool. When you're playing playing against Jigglypuff, playing against like Meta Knight, Kirby, players that have multiple jumps, just go down there. They want to stay down there and be safe, so call them out for it. Take their jumps. Very, very intelligent play by Edgar here, and now putting himself very quickly one stock up versus Waldo.
Oh, that was a setup. That was a setup.
That was frightening.
Yeah, that could have been pretty devastating right there. But Edgar holding on to the lead right now has Puff Scrub at 68%. Let's see Waldo can bring this back. I mean, rest is a fantastic move to win sets. So maybe if he can close out this stock, have that rage. Who knows? We might be looking at a lead for him, but he is down this game. And Edgar is one of the most solid players in Vegas when it comes to just – he emphasizes that saying you have consistency, consistency, consistency. Here's the back
very
air.
Clean.
All right, let's get ready for an intense last stock here, hopefully. We got that fair.
It probably will end up coming down to the wire because Waldo, like I said, very evasive. He has no problem avoiding all of these attempted kill moves by Edgar, especially off stage. Oh, he gets caught out!
Wow, that down tilt forward air.
Beautiful. Edgar just placing out the perfect hitboxes in the perfect places at the perfect times. Okay.
Now, do you think he's going to actually go to Zelda?
He has to. He really has to. I have no faith in the Puff. I know it sounds biased, but just from what I've seen in the data, I have no faith in the Jigglypuff. It works against other people, but like Edgar, he's not going to take risks. He actually was doing a fairly good job of catching out Edgar for whiffing moves on his shield and just whiffing moves in general, but he wasn't converting off stage, which as Jigglypuff is imperative in the matchup.
We're going to have a final destination counter pick, and he stayed with the Jigglypuff. He hovered over Zelda.
It was fairly close. He possibly believes that Edgar has too much experience versus Zelda from fighting Ven so much. But we'll see how the Jigglypuff works out in this situation here. Like I was saying, he has to convert off stage. If he can't do that, and as we saw in the last game, he didn't have very many situations versus Edgar off stage where he was able to get a hit or do some damage. That was actually Edgar doing a lot of that.
Yeah, right off the back, Edgar has him at 97%. What is Waldo going to do to bring this back?
Oh,
my goodness. Annihilated that stock with that up B. Showing him the Luxor light all the way to the top of the blast zone.
Shoutouts.
Edgar is in full control.
Yes, absolutely. And this time he's whiffing a lot less moves, catching him out with the neutral air yet again. He's being very... Oh, he just barely missed that forward air as well. I think he's caught on to how Waldo wants to whiff punish him, so he's pretending to come out. He's using his positioning to bait out a move from Waldo, and then coming back in.
Only 19% on Edgar right now. He is showing why this was not a good choice in characters. And it's unfortunate because Waldo's Zelda is good. It's very good. And I don't know why he elected to use Jigglypuff in this matchup. We've seen Ven and Edgar go back and forth. Ven having lots of success against Edgar.
Yes.
And I think that Waldo's not a bad player. He can absolutely replicate it. But
two-frame.
That was a fantastic neutral air. No tech coming out of Edgar here. And, I mean, we're looking at even game as far as stocks go, but that is explosive flame.
Pop the balloon. Once again, Edgar, this is the same situation that we saw last game. Very, very early second stock taken by Edgar, and now one stock up versus Jigglypuff. He keeps up the way he's playing right now. It's not going to be too difficult to get the last one. Waldo has to keep converting off stage here. He's got very few neutral wins as well.
Gets down throw forwarder, has him at 77%. Edgar just looking to close out this set 2-0. Moving on to his next round. And Waldo, I mean...
Waldo has to sneak his way in and do something spectacular, but Edgar shuts him out.
Oh, my goodness. That down throw back here will do it. It's going to close out the game. And
I'm disappointed, really, we didn't see the Zelda.
Yeah, and I think it would have been a much better game. And, again, there are going to be some people who will main Jigglypuff, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I feel like Waldo elects to go Jigglypuff just for the hype, not so much to win. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
Like he has, like when he wants to win, I believe he'll go Zelda.
Absolutely.
I think because he was going up against a high-profile player like Edgar, who's been very dominant. Maybe he felt like he didn't have a chance. Maybe
Possibly.
he felt like, let me just try to gimmick
like
my way.
That's probably the most logical conclusion we can draw here, that maybe he felt that Edgar is too good versus Zelda, and he wanted to try to trip him up with the matchup. But either way, and in a round-robin setting where every game in your pool matters so much, he still has a chance to get out of his pool.
Oh, absolutely.
But now it's lessened just a little bit. Maybe if he went Zelda, he could have got one game, made it a little bit easier for himself to get out of the pool. But either way, that was just very, very solid play by Edgar, knowing the matchup and not falling for any of the tricks that's prone to the Jigglypuff matchup.
Absolutely. And it's unfortunate that, he went out the way he did, hoping for some exciting moments. Unfortunately, we did not get it.
Almost got that up air to rest.
When you see a player who is going through a similar situation as Waldo, and maybe this is what he wanted.
Yeah.
Again, we're all just assuming whatever we can here, but what would you say to, players who elect to go these type of characters, like the lower tier ones, when they have proven arsenals in their pocket?
Yeah.
I think it really comes down to your own the confidence in yourself and your ability and what you can go ahead and do. And right now, Quillen looks like he's heating up, getting ready to face off against the defending king.
Quillen is going up against Foe.
Yeah, we're going to have a matchup.